Hey guys, since I just hit the record button, Dan just shit himself. Isn't
Yeah.
that so
Woo.
funny, guys? He just shit himself.
I'm so good at this. Let's go.
Look, guys, it's Brock Keslinky from the Brock Keslinky Show.
Oh, wait, there goes Alex. All right, I'm gonna get on my phone. Hold on.
Okay, by phone.
Yeah,
Daniel
I.
Phone Rue. Daniel Phone. Bye, Craig Martin. Bye, Craig Martin.
The phone man.
The phone man. I agree. Is that what your nickname is at home? Phone man.
The phone man. It could be.
You want it to be? Too
Eh.
bad. Leader in practice so far is Isabella Armstrong. Not a surprise there. Armstrong needs a good race here to get her season back on track. 14th in points isn't going to cut it for an A-plus car.
Yeah, that's kind of poo.
Yeah, par position for them is like 4th.
Hmm.
And they're 8th and 14th in points. So, like, Ken Scott might be kind of fucked here if they don't get their shit together really soon because the season is, like, past halfway over now. Here's Jared McKenzie in the Osada. Lucas Shepard, who I keep forgetting is here. And there's our points leader, Todd Conley. 2 poles, 3 wins, and is the only driver to have multiple wins this year. The very, 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 very heavy title favorite. Kind of scary, low-key. As Linky goes there. Stephen Lowry still there. Brendan Fox, 3rd in practice. How about that? Here's Skylar Cooley, Talladega 500 winner. And that's Ryan Vio heading into the pits. 32nd. Not very happy with his car right now. Is Kenny Morgan happy with his car? Not really. Okay. Someone that is happy right now is Sam Cook. 10th on the board right now. Very good lap time for the 19 crew right now. There's Russell Gallagher, the part-timer. I believe the 17-year-old. Yes, so next year he'll be eligible to be a full-time driver. Would be shocked if Foster didn't pick him up, as that was the 15 in. Jason Cooper not happy with his race car right now. Past halfway through practice. Tyler Moffitt, both of the Parker Enterprises cars, very happy with their vehicles right now. Brennan Fox third and Tyler Moffitt ninth. We'll have to keep an eye on them for the race. Eric Matthews is in. Actually, he's coming out. Congratulations, Eric. He's gay.
Yeah.
Hooray for gay people. Francis Townsend, who's... I mean, he's having a pretty good year, I would say. He's like... he's on par, but... he's kind of looking like a fool with his teammate leading the championship. But he's having an alright year, all things considered.
Ugh.
But thinking about adding a rule where if your team wins the championship in the offseason, you're automatically green for rank rolls. Like minimum.
I would think so.
Like even if like your teammate did dog shit, if you win the championship, that's like an incentive to when that is that you're automatically green, even if you're A plus and you technically can't get green because you can't go above par because you're already the best. If you win the championship, you get a chance to how to do that. You have just a minute left in practice. I'm gonna. This sharpening's kind of. Shut up. Okay, that's. Oh no, that just looks like shit. Hold on. They go like neutral. Yeah, it's fine. So Armstrong, he's out. Pretty well. Some of these guys have put a lot of time into this practice. And now the practice is over. What do you got is what you got for qualifying. No happy hour in iRacing. Oh, Jared McKenzie's gonna have a long weekend ahead of him. You can't figure it out. This is over. Come on in. Who do you want to watch for qualifying?
Cameron McClure.
Interesting. McClure is not really having a great year, all things considered, but he has a really cool name, so it's chill. Here is Cameron McClure driving for the Sean Peterson '07 team. McClure is not really having a good year. All things considered, he's 19th in points, and par is, yeah, he's one spot below par in points right now. Meanwhile, his teammate is a dark horse in the championship, so McClure's really going to have to impress in these next few races if he wants to secure his job for next season. Here we go in lap 1. You're going to want to, there we go, he's going to arc it down. That's really good for speed. He had to get out of the throttle a little bit. He got tight. Gonna really back it down here. Get on the gas. Looks like he missed the corner a little bit. Could have used a little bit more runoff. But lap 1, Cameron McClure is going to be 28th lap 1. Not good. Or that's even worse, actually. Lap 1 hero, Jason Cooper in the 15. Francis Townsend in second. Can he pull it off? Ken Scott Racing Driver really needs a break right now. Is that break going to come in pole position? Checkered flag in qualifying. Jason Cooper is going to land. 8th. 9th. Oh, no, that was a part-timer. Did Russell Gallagher just win the pole? Please tell me he won the pole. There's a Brock Keselowski pole. But Russell Gallagher is 3rd. It is a Foster Motorsports 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, my God. And Foster Motorsports finally get their first career pole as an A-plus team.
What happened to the
31.755
77 in qualifying?
to the 77.
Why did he qualify 29th?
Ah, he must have
What
dropped the
the
ball.
fuck?
His teammate qualified 4th. They must have switched cars. There's Todd
Yay!
Conley. Our
Stupid
championship leader,
controller
main
boy's
rival,
back.
Pat Horn, also didn't have a great qualifying in 14th. 3rd in points, Tim Bailey, 143 back, is on the front row. So this might be a chance for this championship to really, really close up. Everybody loaded in? Yes.
Yay.
Here we go. Keselowski was the early championship favorite in the preseason. Right now, he's having a pretty decent championship. He's 5th in points, but is only, was it 8 points off of 3rd? So a good result here for Brock can really, really help him out here. Yeah, look at that. It's a 1, 2, 3, 5 for Foster Motorsports. The Gray and Cyan Army have swept the front row here at Kentucky. On the restart, it's up to Brock, and he starts really early. We're green here at Kentucky.
It was a really early start. What the hell?
Yeah, it was. Tim Bailey files into 2nd place as we're looking for 4th right now. Danny Wygand trying to get by Francis Townsend in the 7. That's Brandon Gray in the 21. Trying to get by Wygand. 3rd lane on the bottom, but you get a big run up top. Wygand is going to keep the spot. I got it backwards. The top lane was the preferred one. So we stay put for the top 5 in the start here. Kyle Porter losing a lot of spots up out of the groove on the high side. Brennan Fox capitalized on that great practice session. He's starting really, really well right now, inside of the top 10. That's Sean Marion in the one. You saw a little bit of, maybe a little bit of a boot from him on Tyler Moffitt. Now Porter trying to rebound, trying to get back into the top 10. As Brennan Fox trying to keep his top 10 spot from Quentin Riggs, who wants it. Jared McKenzie, who had a really bad practice session, was able to qualify well inside of the top 10. As now Wygand is under immense pressure from Brandon Gray for the 5th spot. Around the high side. And Brandon Gray is going to make it look easy here, just soaring on by. And that's McKenzie getting on through the 24 team as well. Meanwhile, for the lead, Keselinski is just a little bit quicker than Tim Bailey. Track position is really important in these races. It seems like the person who leads really has a lot of power and has the ability to run away. With exception of a couple of races like Phoenix with lap traffic. Ron Foster, the owner of Foster Motorsports, is going to be really happy with this result right now. If it stuck a triple top 10, along with another really strong start of this race from young star Russell Gallagher. Meanwhile, in the battle for not last, it's not really a battle. Jack Runkles is losing touch with everybody. Up. Oh man, Payson Jennings is having a really, really rough go of it right now. So is Todd Conley. Conley has made up absolutely no ground here. He's qualified 29th and is up to 27th. It's not looking great as he's going to try and split him 3 wide. He wants to go, but he just might not have the race car today. Another solid result for Dean Andrews, it would be. But again, Isabella Armstrong in that A-plus car just not performing the way she needs to. Same with Sean Marriott in the 1 crew for Monster Racing. We have a lot of cars way overperforming right now as the gap for the lead grows just a little bit with Keselinski and Tim Bailey. Is actually, I believe the fastest car on the racetrack is Keselinski, but Gallagher is quicker than Tim Bailey right now. As that time, Bailey was a little bit quicker than their teammate. Brandon Gray is on the move, looking for 4th place from the 7th place starting position. Francis Townsend, the really forgotten Tyson Elliott teammate. It's been the Todd Conley show. We haven't talked a lot about Townsend other than when he almost won the Talladega 500. Francis is trying to put his season up to the limit where Todd is right now. Speaking of, he's moving up a little bit. He's 25th right now. Looking for 24th on Craig Martin in the 9. Maybe he does have a good race car. It's tight. Got a little battle here. Skylar Cooley getting passed by Stephen Lowry. This is not the race that Pat Horn needs right now. With his main championship rival mired all the way back in 24th, this is supposed to be Pat's chance to really dig into that championship lead and maybe even take it. They had a good enough race, but it looks like Horn has just as bad of a race car, maybe even a worse one than Conley right now. That raises the question of how many points is a driver like Tim Bailey or Keselowski going to gain here in this championship? Because this is round 7 out of 12, guys. We're getting close to the finale. Brennan Fox still holding strong in the top 10. An incredible race for that team. Is Parker Enterprises. Par is 22nd through 24th, so a top 10 and a top 15 run is like a win to this team, so great for that Parker team. A little bit strung out here, but Brandon Gray is trying to reel in this 7 of Francis Townsend here. Running just a little bit higher. I think he's trying to get that clean air, but if you're that car out front, what you can do is you can drift up a little bit and dump all of the air, all that dirty air, onto the car right there. Oh man, Townsend's loose. Townsend is really, really loose right now. I could see that car wiggle around that whole time. I think that's going to be 4th place under wraps here. Brandon Gray. Unless Townsend can make a really, really strong corner, which he's trying to do. But Gray is going to get that run off. Going to still be side by side here. Preferred line for Brandon Gray here. Through turns number 3 and 4. Townsend, really, really strong move there. Is going to keep the spot, but Gray is going to get the run. Can he put his nose in there? And keep working on him? He's going to try to. He's going to throw it into the corner way too hard. Townsend is going to keep the spot. Wygand is having troubles of his own trying to hold off McKenzie and that Osada 41. Really, really good race for that 41 crew. It's Jason Cooper in the 15. We're 3 wide. Exiting this corner, Quentin Riggs thinks better of it, files in behind Tyler Moffitt. That's Pat Horn trying to make up lost time. The 17th spot. Doc Conley update, he is now 22nd, our championship leader. I don't know what that does for the championship. It's definitely still going to be points leader Todd Conley, but Tim Bailey is going to gain a lot of points here. I think Bailey is going to be 2nd in the championship now. This is also really, really, really going to help Keselowski too. Todd Conley seemed like he was invincible this season. 3 wins on the year, even more top 5s. 6 top 10s out of 7 races. In fact, yeah, no, he scored a top 10 in every single race. He has an average finish of 4th. This is the first time that the 77 team has really missed the setup. That's going to be huge for some of these guys. The two Osadas ganging up on VO and Andrews. Yeah. I think we lost him, Alex. Oh yeah, we definitely lost him. Yeah. He's sleeping.
I
That was
regret to
really
inform you
funny though.
that I regret to inform you
Commentary's so
that
good I
Team
put him to sleep.
19 EXT for G what is it MD MXT? We had
What?
lost Daniel Giroux.
Oh yeah, no, we killed him.
Everybody be muted now.
He's sleeping. This is a hell of a camera angle. That's cool. Well, let me like. Yeah. I feel like it was in 2008. Like really zoomed in. Townsend got back by Brandon Gray. Okay. Most what's most exciting right now? Oh, that. That was pretty exciting. Why did we cut away from that? Yeah, actually, this is pretty fucking exciting. No, fuck you. No, we watch the exciting. Okay, actually, no, it's not very exciting. Whoa. Okay, that was exciting. Through. Wow, that was a good move by Lauren. I think we're getting pretty close to our green flag pit stops here. Tim Bailey is actually reeled in Kozlinski a little bit. Gap was about 1.6, 1.7. Now it's under 1 second. Gap's coming up a little bit, but not by a whole lot. We're on lap 40, so they could pit any minute now, basically. What are you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. This 39's scaring the shit out of me. It stops everywhere. Oh my god. Is everybody in? Looks like Kezlinski is still out there. And Russell Gallagher. Kezlinski's coming in. Gallagher is not. This actually might be a 3 million IQ move by Kezlinski here, Alex. Because he's not going to have near as much, if any, pit lane traffic here. Pit road was super congested when everybody came in. And look at that. Not a whole lot of people taking their pit stop right now. He's going to go basically completely unaided here. And Kezlinski is in for his service. Leader now is Russell Gallagher, who's in. Looks like they took 2 tires. 2 tires for Kezlinski. This also, well, actually, I need to watch Kezlinski right now. Is he going to keep the lead? Here is Tim Bailey with that undercut. Oh, Bailey's going to take the lead of the race. Tim Bailey with that 1-lap undercut takes the lead of this race. And Kezlinski is now second. Now Gallagher's going to come out. There is Tim Bailey. And Kezlinski is still trying to warm up his tires. Yeah, that 2-lap undercut's not going to really work out for Gallagher, but look at Tim Bailey go. Oh my goodness. However, there's one thing that we have not dealt with this entire race, and you see it right in front of you, is lap traffic. It's going to end up being the great equalizer here. There's no halfway break to save us from these guys. Who can get through the lap traffic the best? That is Jack Runkles in the 38 car. Western Motors making their NRL debut. And look at Kezlinski catching Tim Bailey in a hurry. Tim Bailey got by that lap car really well. Gallagher is really, really quick right now. But Bailey is the... Actually, no, he's not. He's not the fastest car on the racetrack. That's Russell Gallagher. The 17-year-old is in... has put himself in a spot to maybe win another race. But that's if Tim Bailey either falls off here or has some trouble with some lap traffic, which both are entirely possible. Bailey is on the oldest tires of these 3. Oh, man. really got held up there by Rufino Montero. But look at Gallagher go. He's in the 32 bracket. He's the only driver in the 32s right now. 32.943 is like a qualifying time, almost. Actually, no, it's not. It's no, I got the 31s. Okay, never mind. They must have changed their fuel load. Keselowski's struggling to get by Rufino Montero now. Pushed him all the way to the wall, and that moves Russell Gallagher up to second. Keselowski, huge mistake in turn 3. Gives up second place. Montero's being a terrible lapper right now. She's blocking these guys, and that allows Keselowski through. What the fuck? I would beat the shit out of Montero if I were these guys. They just lost a full second because of Rufina. Holy shit, what a power move. God motherfucking damn. Yeah, Gallagher definitely has the fastest car here right now. Again, I think they're going to catch Montero at an inopportune time here. Up. Oh my god, Rufina. Please, you're not even fighting to stay on the lead lap. The leader's already gone by you. That was unfortunate. Big tight moment there. Still better than an ESPN broadcast. Wow, what a power move by Gallagher. Gallagher's way quicker than Keselowski, but he's really struggled on getting the lappers, and that's what's allowed Brock to stay with him here. But wow, look at him go. That kid is flying. That's Tim Bailey there, washed up high. That's not where you want to be. You want to be in the middle. You don't want to be all the way up on the wall in turn 3. basically moves the 64 of Andrew Brewer out of the way. And catches the 75 of Kim Osborne at a perfect time. Oh my goodness, we have a fight for the lead, guys. Russell Gallagher, the part-timer, making just 5 starts this year of the 12. Not even 18 years old, not even eligible to be a full-time driver this year. And look at him go through Bryce Parsons in the 67, or at least trying to here. This is the last lap car that Gallagher needs to get through, and he does safely. And remember, Gallagher has that tire advantage. He has 2 lap fresher tires than Tim Bailey in the 26. Unbelievable that it's come down to this. Here's your leader, Tim Bailey. Last lap was a 10th quicker with traffic. And now he's got Tim Richardson to lap here. I think Tim Bailey might be a sitting duck here. For the final corner, Bailey's got to make really quick work of Richardson here if he wants to have a hope of winning this race. Richardson hesitates but goes low. Is Bailey gonna get the run? He can. He stalls out in turn 2. And here comes Russell Gallagher. It's a Foster Motorsports 1, 2, 3, but in what order are we gonna get it? Here comes Gallagher. Gonna look around the outside. Bailey gonna maybe try and use Richardson as a pick here. Battle for the lead. We've had one lead change tonight when Tim Bailey got by pole sitter Brock Kozlinski on pitch strategy with that undercut, but Russell Gallagher on 2 lap older tires trying to take the lead away. And what do you do if you're Tim Richardson? You're still trying to stay on the lead lap here in case a caution comes out. You also don't really want to hurt this battle for the lead. Gallagher scored as the race leader, but they're still side by side. They've been so for 2 laps now. Through turn 2, trying to use Richardson as a pick, and he does. Are they still side by side though? No, they're not. Russell Gallagher takes the lead of the race. Lap 64 of 80. And he can set sail now. What a season this kid's had. He fought for the win at Phoenix with Todd Conley. Maybe would have won the race if he didn't really get screwed over by pitch strategy there by his 22 team. The overcut was way more powerful than the undercut. It seems like this 22 team has learned their lesson. They pit 2 laps later than everybody else. And that has put him in a position to win not only his first career race, but the first race for Foster Motorsports, an A+ team. They've come close many, many times. You come to think of that duel at Watkins Glen with Pat Horn and Danny Weigand. Kozlinski has come close a few times. Tim Bailey's come close a few times. None closer than Watkins Glen and Phoenix, though. But what a story it would be if you had multiple title threats this season, and it was the part-time 17-year-old kid who got this team's first ever checkered flag. Well, he's got about, 23 more laps to do it? 24 more laps to do it? The gap is already up to a second with a lap car in between. What a day it would be for Russell Gallagher. Danny Weigand has recovered into the top 5. However, Jason Cooper is trying to take that away. I think Wygen may have undercut. But what a day it would be for really this whole team. A quadruple top 10 is nothing to scoff at, and I think it will be the first time in league history that it happened. There's another title underdog, Eric Matthews in P11. While Todd Conley is 21st, this is the moment that some of these guys who are looking to win the inaugural NRL championship, this is their opportunity. Drivers like Pat Horn, drivers like Tim Bailey, who's in second right now, third in points. This is their chance to try and gain as many points as they possibly can to try and make this a championship fight. It's been the first misstep for Todd Conley this season. He scored a top 10 in every single race so far this season, except this one, where he started 29th, has only managed to get his way back up to 21st, where he's pretty much been all race long. I think he just has a 20th place car. But that's going to be really, really important for some of these guys. I think Bailey is going to take second in the championship with Horn in 14th. If not, though, it's going to be really, really close. This championship's going to accordion up. The gap for the lead is already almost 2 seconds. In fact, it might be after this lap. Lap 70 completed. And it's almost 2 seconds there. Keselowski is a little bit quicker than Tim Bailey, but not by a whole lot. Brandon Gray is having a really, really good day right now. Looking for his second top 5 of the season, and only the third one for Ethan Collins Racing, this B-plus team. Be a really good day if it were to come true. Francis Townsend, that entire first run was running pretty much fourth on merit all day long. I think he may have played in not great pitch strategy, but still a top 10 finish for this team would be really good for Townsend. He's already in the top 10 in points, doing really well for Tyson Elliott. It would be a shame if he couldn't pull through here. Jared McKenzie has really impressed me so far this race. Started in 8th, running in the top 10 all race long. This is a B rank team. Top of par for these guys is 14th, so running in a top 10, pretty decent above par for this Osada bunch, who really in general hasn't had a very good season. So you absolutely love to see that for McKenzie. We'll look back a little bit to see Eric Matthews back in the top 10. Matthews, I would say, has been the most valuable driver this season for Sean Peterson. Like I said, same rank as Osada. Top of par is 14th, but he's fighting for the championship. Eric Matthews is 4th in points, only 149 back entering into this race. Really has been the standout driver this season. And is a driver that, you know, if you gave him a better race car, it'd be really scary for the field. Kyle Porter, who had that unbelievable... Actually, no, that was his teammate. That was VO who had that race at Auto Club. But still, Amethyst Racing has had a really, really solid season so far, I would say. 9th and 11th in points. 9-11. But yeah, just a very solid season. I think they'd be green right now. Green or yellow, depending where they would be. But either way, a very solid season. Armstrong is a driver who was really hoping for a better result than this. Topped practice, but really just no qualifying or race speed from this Ken Scott car. Lauren McKnight, teammate to Brandon Gray, who's running 4th right now. Pretty much been similar, I think, in points to the other car. Let me look. Brandon Gray is 12th in points, and McKnight. Ooh, actually, wait, where is McKnight? Laura and McKnight 7th in points. Okay, so that's what I thought. McKnight has pretty much had the better of teammate Brandon Gray this season, but both have had pretty solid years, so. Dean Andrews, the pre-qualifying hero, I think he's won 2 pre-qualifying races and has overall had a really, really solid season. Gotten a lot of really good results out of that 10 car. Porter Mason Racing running on a limited schedule, only running 5 races this year, but he's made the most out of them. Andrews was in contention to win the Talladega 500. Has also won another pre-qualifying race. In fact, it was the very next one at Charlotte. Sam Cooke is a driver that doesn't get enough credit here. This Turner Motorsports team is really not good, but he's consistently outperformed this car and has brought it into the top 20 when really it probably shouldn't even be in the top 25 with the equipment. It's just Killian Vandiver is killing the team right now, but Sam Cooke is doing great things and is a driver that I really hope gets a better shot next year in a good car. Because I think Sam Cooke could be something special. Quentin Riggs was inside of the top 10 early, but I think a poor pitch strategy or just no long run pace has put this team behind the 8 balls. We're now on the white flag. 1 lap to go for Russell Gallagher. What a ride it's been. For Foster Motorsports came so close with Danny Wygand and Tim Bailey and Brock Hislinky. Who would have thought that those title hopefuls wouldn't have run a race before the 17-year-old Russell Gallagher comes out of turn number 4 and is going to get Foster Motorsports' first ever checkered flag at Kentucky. Take a bow, kid. You've earned it. Tim Bailey's going to come home in second. A hard-charging Brock Hislinky, who won the pole, wanted to win this race so bad, finishes third. Brandon Gray gets a career best finish of 4th. Jason Cooper finishes inside of the top 5. He's going to have to wait for his first win. Then it's Wygand in 6th, a quadruple top 6 finish for Foster. Sean Marriott gets another very solid result in P7. McKenzie in 8th. Francis Townsend holds off everybody to get a top 10. And Eric Matthews is your final spot inside of the top 10. Porter, Armstrong, McKnight, Horn, Dean Andrews, a top 15 finish at the last moment. Sam Cooke, Ryan Vio, Brennan Fox, a great result for him. Quinn Riggs and Stephen Lowry, your top 20. Points leader, Todd Conley, consequentially finishes P22. He's going to still keep the point lead, as he pretty much had a 1 race gap over people like Tim Bailey and Kislinky. But the championship is going to be really tight now between them and Pat Horn and Tim Bailey. This is going to be really, really big for the championship.